our electoral law.
Honourable Marianne Street.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It gives me pleasure to rise to support the reappointment of Sir John Hugh Williams as President of the New Zealand Electoral Commission. Mr. Speaker, we are very fortunate in that we are a very small democracy here in New Zealand, but we are also able to draw on a range of people with extraordinary experience and ability, whose integrity and carrying out of their duties is beyond reproach. And I see Sir John Hugh Williams as one of those people. His past career has been traversed by the Minister who moved the government notice of motion, but somebody who has not only been appointed as a QC in 1988 and a High Court Justice in 1997, but also engaged with communities in New Zealand through being a Chancellor of Massey University and even more significantly, I think, a City Councillor for Palmerston North between 1983 and 1989. Indicates that here is a person who has cared enough about his communities to put himself forward for elected office, but also for appointment. So it is critical that people who hold such positions as President of the New Zealand Electoral Commission had the confidence of this Parliament. With respect to the Speaker who has just resumed his seat and whose vote against this will break the unanimous support of this reappointment, I have only to say that it is important that every party be recorded for its view in this House and that the Hansard reflects the speeches around this reappointment for posterity, and that speech will go down, the speech just given by the Honourable Peter Dunn will go down as the whining death throes of a minor party in its terminal state. It is not appropriate, I think, for a parliamentarian whose party has slipped below the threshold for registration to take the President of the Electoral Commission to task in such a way. It was a unique experience in New Zealand history, and it represented a new challenge for the Electoral Commission. And perhaps on reflecting on that experience, they may seek to do things differently in the future, but I'm not persuaded that they did anything wrong in the way they carried out their decision-making around the deregistration and the re-registration of one of the smallest parties in this country. But, Mr. Speaker, what will be important is that the other parties have registered their support. It's absolutely critical with this kind of appointment that it is a parliamentary appointment. It's a nomination by the government, and in this case for a reappointment, and the government would not have moved to reappoint Sir John Hugh Williams without good reason. Labor shares those reasons, the confidence in the man, the confidence in his ability and his reputation. And it is essential that these comments are recorded so that at a later date, when parties do perhaps disagree with judgments of the Electoral Commission, that it is known that it was a parliamentary and a cross-party appointment. And that is part of the protection of our apparatus of our democracy. While the Honourable Peter Dunn may say what he likes in this House, and that is his right and privilege as a Member of Parliament, it needs to be seen that the vast majority of parties in this House, perhaps with the United Future Party being the sole exception, the vast majority of parties in this House approve and support the reappointment of Sir John Hugh Williams. I'm pleased to lend my support to my colleague Andrew Little's comments in this respect, and Labor will support this reappointment and will recognise as a parliamentary appointment that we have committed ourselves to that reappointment, and that will stand for the duration of his appointment period. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Like a party vote? Ayes have it. Call on Government Order of the Day number 13.
Government Notice of Motion.